Hello everyone, this is Dilay. This video is brought to you by Techno Hardware. Welcome back to the fifth video of this beginner-friendly C course. In the previous lesson, we have discussed if, else if, and else structures. And we did a nice explanatory example following it. My intentions for today is that we make more examples to get a better understanding on this particular subject. What I want to do is to enhance the program that we did in the previous lesson. We wrote a program that would understand if a number is positive or negative. Today we're going to write a program that understands if my number I'm typing, and by I mean the user. I'm going to write a number and my computer will understand if it's an odd or an even number. We're not going to take the first program as reference. We're going to start fresh, but like it or not, we're going to start with the same codes. Okay, I will define a variable. And then I will inform my user, write a number. If you want to be more polite, you can put a please before it. Please write a number. And then the interactive part of my program. Apparently, I forgot how to use a keyboard. By the way, you can change the variable names. I happen to find one-letter variables more useful in shortcodes such as this. But you can change it into anything you'd fancy, okay? So, now how do we lay out our program? How do we lay out our program? How do we know if my number is odd or even? If it can be divided by 2 without any leftovers, this means my number is even, right? Is that a way that we can translate it to my computer? Is there a way to do it? Yes, I think we do. Let's write it, shall we? If my A can be divided by 2. Okay, I'm doing something a little bit different, a little bit strange for you. I will explain it in a second. Is an even number. So I explained that if my number can be divided. What is this? What is this? This is a mod sign. What does this give me? If you want, we can do something like this. Printf to remind you what this was. Come on. Amazing. It gave me the leftover from my division. Okay, this gives me, but I don't need it. I just wanted to remind you what this operation does. And I used 2 equal signs. Why did I do that? Because when I use 1 equal sign, this means that I am assigning this number 1, this 1 value, to my variable called B. And I don't want to assign anything to anything. I am just simply wanting to check if these two match. I just want to check if my leftover from this mod operation, if it's 0, okay. Okay, I'm just simply checking. I'm not assigning anything to anything. Okay, so if this is not true, then there's only one possibility left. And this is where we use else. There is no other possibility. So I'm going to use else. I will not use an else if else if structure. I'm not going to use this because it's a waste of time, it's a waste of space, it's unnecessary. So let's just use, what's the other possibility? Is that my number is an odd number. My computer's not cooperating with me today. 8 is an even number. By the way, I kind of want to write down the return as well. Now, it won't make any sense because my my program is not really complex. But if we go further in programming, this is gonna cause me some issues, and I don't want that. Okay, so this is my program, right? It works as it should be. So let's take a look on my second example. Okay, let's open. Can just delete it. That's okay. So we're going to write a program that helps students understand their letter grade. We're going to need a grade chart for this. So this is the standard I'm going to use. I wish I wrote this down earlier. Okay. 82 to 80, it's BA. So if you're from somewhere else that I'm not living, you're probably gonna be like, what is this? What is this thing that you're writing? But this is how my school grades their teacher, their students. So this is the standard I took. And there are also DD and FD and FF. But these are like fails, so like no need to write that down. Just fail. You failed. Stop it. Okay, this is my standard that I'm going to use. If you wanted to take this program even one step further, you can even make these grades, these numbers changeable. But I guess there's no need for that just yet. So, and we also have, we also take 3 exams every semester. So this is the standard for me. But as always, you are welcome to adapt it into your own usage. Midterm 1, we take 0.3, and midterm 2, we take the exact, and then final. This is my school's grading system. But like I said, you can change it. Okay, my main function is here. I'm going to define variables, midterm 1, midterm 2, and my final. M1 stands for midterm 1, and midterm 2, F is final. Clear enough, I guess. And please start adding return 0 to your function, because I don't want you to be strangers. Get used to the return command, please. This is important. I know I didn't give much of an explanation behind it, but it's an important part of C, okay? Okay, let's start getting grades from my user. Please write down your first midterm grade. It's good enough. What I'm going to do is actually kind of copy paste it. second midterm grade, midterm 2, and final grade, and this is final. Okay, what I did here is that I'm trying to collect the data I need from my user. Nothing else to see, nothing fancy, just that. So what do we do? Okay, let's compile. Errors, zeros, 0. Perfect. So what do we do after we receive the data? We process it. I'm going to define another variable called G. G as in grade. So I'm going to process data I just received, G. By the way, we can use these to prioritize my operations. Midterm 1, midterm 2, and final. This is going to give me my final grade, my user's final grade, but not the letter one, the regular one. Okay, just and if you want it, we can print it as well. We don't need to. This was not the goal of my program, but we can write it. Your grade is G. Oh, by the way, let's add the new line command. Let's compile. The reason I put the new line command is because I know this program will get super confusing, like real fast, and this is not something that we want for ourselves. Let's say my grade is 46. Okay, it gave me my grade, but since I did not write anything related to the letter grades, it did not give me anything. But we're gonna get there. Just hang on tight, okay? It works smoothly, right? It's a good sign. Let's work on the letter grades since it was our primarily goal. Fair warning, just giving you a heads up, we're going to use a lot of else if. Let's start. If my G is lesser than 40, then sorry, but you failed. You failed me. You failed all of us. You failed. Okay, let's. Really sorry for the inconvenience. You failed. We failed. It's sad. It's a sad event. Let's use else if, but we're going to use condition if printf. What is this? Is that DC? Your letter grade is DC. What's happening? Well, something is happening. Something is happening.